1964 was a pivotal year in American car culture. Ford was poised to roll out a car that would bring more affordable muscle to the masses, thanks largely to one man. Lee Iacocca grew up in Pennsylvania's steelmaking region, where his dad ran one of the first car rental agencies. As a teenager, Iacocca was determined to one day become an executive at an auto company. So after graduating from Princeton University, he landed his first job at Ford in 1946. By the time he was only 36, Iacocca was named vice president at Ford, the youngest VP in the company's history.
Lee Iacocca understood that Ford needed to bring a youthful flair to its market.
Millions of baby boomers would soon be getting their license. Iacocca knew that these teenagers who grew up on rock and roll and TV westerns would want a cool car that was fun to drive but still affordable. So he directed his team to design a sporty coupe priced at less than $2,500, about 20 grand in today's money. To suggest speeding through the countryside, Iacocca named his car the Mustang.
The Mustang was something that was not designed, just from a transportation standpoint, but designed from a fun standpoint.
And like the Pontiac GTO that year, this lightweight car could be fitted with a powerful V8 engine, a first for Ford.
If you even go back through the 50s, stuffing a big V8 into an Impala or a Galaxie 500, those are huge cars. A Mustang was a lot smaller, and to put a V8 in a Mustang meant that it inherently handled better, got better mileage, and was probably as good or better performance because it was a smaller car.
Lee Iacocca introduced Ford's latest vehicle at the 1964 World's Fair, which would be one of the biggest in U.S. history. With 50 million visitors from 80 nations, this international showcase guaranteed the Mustang instant publicity.
Out at the Ford Pavilion, there's a daydream corner called Mustang.
The gambit worked, and he and his coupe landed on the front of both Time and Newsweek, the first time either publication featured a retail product on its cover.
The Mustang exploded in terms of sales. Lee Iacocca was so dead on understanding what people wanted. It sold incredibly well.
Ford planned on producing 80,000 Mustangs in its first year. But within a year and a half, they'd sold over 1 million, breaking all post-World War II auto sales records.
The customer base was all over the place, from women to men to young to old.
It just had this kind of universal appeal that I don't think Detroit had ever seen before.
The magnitude of the Mustang's popularity put the other car makers on notice.
When Ford came out with the Mustang, everybody was caught flat-footed. And so for 3 years, the Mustang ran absolutely unchecked.
By 1968, both Ford and Chrysler offered muscle cars with oversized engines well over 400 cubic inches. The younger market loved these fast rides, and that gave manufacturers the green light they needed to storm back to the track. The muscle car era was in full force.